What's going on, guys? I wanted to make this video today to kind of go over some of the pros cons of the iNVIDIA Q300 exhaust for the R56 Mini Cooper. When I was looking at exhaust, I couldn't really find any good information on it. I found a couple good videos, but nothing that really helped me too much. Pretty much just videos, people starting it up, stopping it. Nobody actually like stopped and been like, "Oh, this is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it." So I've had it installed on my car. I bought it not brand new, but almost brand new for a couple hundred. I don't remember how much. It was under $500 though, and put it on. It's been about 8 months. So I drove it. It's been about a year. So I put it on in either August or October of last year, and now it's July of 2018. So yeah, give it about a full year. It's fully broken in. Spent a lot of time in the car with it. I daily drive it. It's a 2010 Mini Cooper S with a N14 motor. So before we go any further, things I like. Sounds really good from the outside. Sounds really good at low RPM, and it sounds amazing at watt. It is. It's like at low RPM. It's very like gives it a nice deep growl sound. Almost, I don't want to say it's V8 sounding, but it's got that similar characteristic. And then when you start getting into the higher RPMs, it really sounds like it just opens up and just lets everything out. Which it does, but it's got a very nice. I don't like using this word for exhausts, but it's got a very mature sound. Regardless of what anybody says, it's super mature to own a race car. But I daily drive the car. When I'm in traffic and I'm going stop and go, it's not too bad. If I don't rip it, it doesn't make a ton of noise. If I want to make noise, I can. But if I'm highway driving, and once you hit about 75 miles an hour, the drone starts setting in. You really start hearing it once you hit 80. It's a good way to keep you under the speed limit. It's almost unbearable. If the car is pretty quiet. If you have music on, you won't even notice it. If you have the windows down, I've never noticed it with the windows down. The only time I've noticed it is when my girlfriend's in the car and she turns my music down because she doesn't like my loud punk rock music. But she turns my music down, and then you can really hear the drone resonating in the background. And it's just, we did a trip up to Mackinac, and it really started to set in, and it after about 12 hours in the car, it didn't feel the best. But I don't highway drive a lot. I'm mainly, max I usually go is about 65, so I usually don't get too much drone. And if I am on the highway, it's usually only a little bit here and there. And even if I was daily driving on the highway every single day for a couple hours at a time, the drone is not bad enough to me that it would make me trade it out for something else. I was, however, going to go with a catless downpipe. After realizing how much extra noise that was going to add, I am completely against it now. I'm going to go with a high flow catted downpipe because I don't want to add too much noise, and I definitely don't want to add noise at that cruising speed. I want to keep the noise relatively where it's at. If I get a little bit extra, it's going to be okay, but it's going to be pushing it, and I'll have to justify it with race car. But I'm going to show a couple clips. I want to show cold start. And I want to show with the engine warmed up and everything, and with it in sport mode, because I want to show kind of the difference in the sounds that it makes. So we're going to get into that. I am switching over to my cell phone camera because right now I'm at my desktop. I can't carry this outside. So audio and video quality might get lower. Just a fair warning. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so now we're in the car. We're gonna shoot up to Meijer. It's 4th of July. Gotta go buy some alcohol. I'm gonna do it with the windows down. Not sure how well that's gonna go, but we're gonna give it a shot. If I play it back and it's too bad, I'll probably just re-record it, but we'll see. I got a microphone for my phone. It's the one that's on there right now, and it picks up everything. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's just like, come on, you don't need to grab every single sound bite out there. I'm actually gonna, before we get going too far, move it over just a smidge just so I can actually drive. Alright, gotta close my garage. You guys will probably be able to hear that from the fucking microphone. Alright. Take into account that video was also done with sport mode off. I'll do one when we get back, once the car's warmed up, with sport mode on. Figure might as well not get a video with sport mode off or sport mode on a cold start, because that'd be I don't know, I feel like that'd be misleading. Be like, oh yeah, this thing sounds great when it's cold, but once it warms up, it sucks dick. But we're gonna cruise up there. Probably gonna trim this a little bit just so you guys don't have to awkwardly watch me drive and get road rage at people on my way to Meijer. Also, yeah, this isn't automatic. It is in the sport mode with the little manual shifty things. It helps a little bit. Helps make, I don't know, helps the throttle response be a little bit more bearable. But if you're looking at buying a Mini Cooper, don't buy an automatic. You'll hate yourself. You'll hate your life. You'll spend countless hours wishing that you, I don't know, save the money to buy a manual, or I guess spend the time to learn how to drive one. Because honestly, like, the automatic transmission's not bad in this thing. It's quick and it's relatively beefy, but the throttle response on this thing isn't the best. Let's see, is anyone coming? Yeah. If you're in bumper to bumper traffic, people are always like, oh yeah, you know, I bought an automatic because I bought an automatic because I sit in, you know, an hour and a half of really bad traffic every single day. But like if I leave it in automatic mode though, it's unbearable. So I'm using like a little magnetic phone mount, so it keeps turning. It's a huge pain in my ass. But the oh shit, I just saw a cop flying by. So 2 cops, holy shit, they are fucking going like 110 miles an hour on a back road. That's not cool. Everything's so I don't know, the throttle response is so bad, and you don't actually start going until you have the gas pedal pressed down like halfway. It just, I don't know, it just feels wrong. Put that on the floor. Don't want to lose no pieces of paper on the drive. Horrible phone case mount. good beer. Or it is good beer. I know it's good beer. Just ready to get the fuck out of the sun. It's 91 degrees. I live in Michigan. This should never be a thing. It should be 70 degrees every single day. Alright, so we're about to leave Meyer. We're gonna head home, do some filming on the, once it's warmed up with sport mode on. Or it is warmed up now, so I'll do some filming when I get home with sport mode on of the exhaust, get you some sound clips of that. I don't think I'm going to be able to capture the drone noise inside the car, mainly because it's way too fucking hot out for me to ride around with my windows up and with air conditioning on, or air conditioning off, because the air conditioning will muffle it. Girlfriend bitches about it all the time, and I'm like, race car. Jesus Christ, it's so hot out. Literally every single corner. But I'm not sure what they did that makes the sound so bad around freeway speed. So I think it's the resonator. One of my buddies has one of these, and he has it straight piped. And he's an absolute lunatic for doing that, in my opinion, because I don't think that I could even withstand that for a day. I would put everything right back on right where it came from. Honestly, I've been looking into different resonators to put on it so I can actually dampen the sound a little bit more. Maybe even just a different muffler or something. But I don't know, the sound of the exhaust from the outside is so mature, and it's so, I don't know, it sounds so good. I don't want to ruin it with anything. By putting a bunch of bullshit on it. And, you know, they put a lot of time into developing the sound on it, and they did a really good job, but I don't think that they tested it at freeway speeds a whole lot. It's a shame. It sounds bananas. I don't know. I'm a huge advocate for variable exhausts. What do they call them? Variable valve exhaust or something like that, where you can fucking push a button and it opens. I think that's the coolest shit in the world. It's most people are like, oh well, you know, you don't need that if you're getting exhaust, you want to go fast, you want to go race car. But it's like, you know, I daily my car, and it's like I drive my girlfriend around and she bitches about the exhaust noise. I drive through my neighborhood, and like last night I was adjusting my headlights. I got home at midnight from Jurassic World, and I was adjusting my headlights, and I wanted to I wanted to do it at 2 in the morning, and I felt like a complete fucking asshole because I was happy that my direct neighbor was out of town, or else I wouldn't have done it. I ended up still feeling like a dick because my cul-de-sac is in some tree area, and the sound of exhaust just, and to get home, so I'm gonna pull in. I'm gonna leave the car running, and then we're gonna do some of the sport mode exhaust sound. So let's pull in right here. All right, I gotta stop the video. I think we're almost at the time frame threshold that my phone allows. Yeah, 3 minutes left. So we're gonna pause this. I'm gonna start a new one in a little bit. All right, so we're back at the rear end here. Car's still running. Got it on the tripod. Let's give it a couple swooshes. Alright, so we're back home. You guys did a drive-by with me, or not a drive-by, you did a ride-along. Showed you cold start video, warm start, and gave you thoughts at the beginning. So to kind of conclude it, I want to go over, kind of wrap it up. Things I don't like I said. I don't like the drone, and I wish there was exhaust pops, but that's not the exhaust fault. That's Mini's fault for coding it out. The drone's not unbearable. It's just whenever I review something, I want to find the most negative thing that I can about it and bring attention to it, just to make other people aware. I try not to be one of those buyers that's like, oh, what I have is the best and you should buy it too. So the drone, if they could fix that, it'd be the perfect exhaust. It is like $500 brand new, and the exhaust sounds amazing. The only gripe that I have is the drone. I wouldn't trade the exhaust in. I wouldn't get rid of it because I love the sound that it makes from the outside. Everyone tells me it sounds amazing, and it's all around just a really good exhaust. I don't really do a whole lot of these videos, so if you guys liked it, let me know. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. If you didn't like something about it, let me know. I'm always looking for ways to kind of grow. I don't really do this as a profession, but I try to do videos where I think that they're necessary. So let me know what you like and what you don't like, and we can improve the channel from there. Feel free to like the video, dislike the video, hit the subscribe button. It helps a ton to let me know that you guys like what I'm doing, or that you don't like what I'm doing and you need me to do something different. So I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my 4th of July. See you guys in the next one.